You have been told your entire life to follow your passion. Find what you love and do it for a living. Do what sets your soul on fire. Never work a day in your life. It is one of the most repeated pieces of career advice in modern culture, delivered by graduation speakers, self-help books, motivational posters, and well-meaning parents everywhere. And it is, according to a growing body of research, one of the worst pieces of advice a person can receive. Not because passion is unimportant, but because the relationship between passion and meaningful work is the exact opposite of what most people believe. Passion does not precede great work. It follows it. And the millions of people who have spent years searching for their passion, waiting to feel called, waiting to feel lit up, waiting for the thing that feels so right they will never want to stop, have been waiting for something that the research suggests will never arrive the way they are looking for it. In this video, you are going to understand why the follow your passion advice fails so many people, what the science actually says about how meaningful work is built, and the practical framework that produces both purpose and passion, in that order. The first problem with the follow your passion model is what researchers call the passion hypothesis, the belief that each person has a pre-existing passion waiting to be discovered, and that the key to a fulfilling career is identifying and pursuing it. This belief feels intuitively right, but the evidence does not support it. Studies on how people actually develop strong interests in their work consistently show that passion is not discovered, it is developed. It grows through engagement, through increasing skill, through the experience of getting better at something and being recognized for that improvement. The feeling of passion that people associate with meaningful work is not the starting point of that work. It is the product of sustained engagement with it over time. You do not find your passion and then become good at what you love. You become good at something and then find yourself loving it. The direction of causality is reversed, and that reversal changes everything about how you should approach building a meaningful career and life. The second problem is what happens when people do follow their passion into work. Research on this question has produced a finding that is both surprising and important. Turning a passion into a profession frequently destroys the passion. When an activity you love becomes something you are evaluated on, compensated for, and obligated to produce consistently, the psychological relationship with that activity changes fundamentally. The intrinsic motivation that made it feel like passion, the freedom, the play, the self-directed exploration, gets replaced by external pressure, performance anxiety, and the specific exhaustion of doing something you love on someone else's timeline, and to someone else's standards. Psychologists call this the overjustification effect, the phenomenon where external rewards reduce intrinsic motivation. The person who loved painting for the joy of it finds that painting for clients feels like work. The person who loved writing for themselves finds that writing on deadline drains the love they once had. The passion did not survive contact with the professional context, not because the person failed, but because the model of following passion into work failed to account for how passion actually functions. So if passion should not be the starting point, what should be? The research points consistently toward a concept called career capital, the rare and valuable skills that give you leverage in the working world. The argument is straightforward: the most fulfilling and meaningful work in the world shares specific characteristics: creativity, autonomy, connection with others, positive impact, and the freedom to define how and when and where you work. These characteristics are not distributed randomly. They go to the people who have something rare and valuable to offer. They are the reward for career capital, for having developed skills and expertise that the world genuinely needs and that are genuinely difficult to replicate. This means that the path to meaningful work is not to find what you love and pursue it. It is to get very good at something that matters and then leverage that excellence into the autonomy, creativity, and impact that produce genuine fulfillment. The distinction between passion and purpose is where this framework becomes most useful. Passion is an emotion, a feeling of excitement and engagement that is fundamentally unstable and context-dependent. Purpose is an orientation, a sense of why your work matters, who it serves, and how it connects to something larger than your own satisfaction. Passion asks, what do I feel like doing? Purpose asks, what is needed and what am I uniquely positioned to contribute? Passion is self-focused. Purpose is other-focused. And the research on what produces lasting fulfillment in work, as opposed to the temporary excitement of novelty, points unambiguously toward purpose. People who find their work meaningful because it serves others, because it contributes to something larger, because it uses their best capacities in service of genuine need, those people report consistently higher levels of engagement, resilience, and life satisfaction than people who chose their work based on personal passion alone. Purpose is not just more noble than passion. It is more durable. And durability is what meaningful work requires. This does not mean passion is irrelevant. It means that passion is an output, not an input. When you develop real skill in something that matters, when you use that skill in service of people who genuinely need it, when you build the autonomy to do your work on your own terms, passion follows naturally. Not as a prerequisite you had to discover before you could begin. As a consequence of the work itself. As the feeling that emerges when competence meets meaning meets contribution. That feeling, deep, earned, sustainable, is qualitatively different from the excited novelty that the follow your passion advice is chasing. It is not the spark of initial interest. It is the warmth of a fire that has been burning long enough to produce real heat. The practical implication of all of this is a complete reorientation of how you think about building a meaningful life. Instead of asking what am I passionate about, a question that research shows most people cannot answer with confidence, and that leads many people into cycles of searching, dissatisfaction, and career paralysis, ask three different questions. The first is, what am I genuinely good at or could become genuinely good at with sustained practice? The second is, what does the world, or some specific group of people, genuinely need that intersects with what I can offer? And the third is, what kind of work would allow me to use my best capacities in service of something that matters beyond my own satisfaction? These questions do not lead to a moment of passionate revelation. They lead to a direction. And direction, pursued with commitment and developed with skill, is what produces the passion that the follow your passion model promised, but could never deliver. If you made it to the end of this video, the most important thing you can do is resist the urge to dismiss what you just heard as unromantic or uninspiring. Because the truth is that the framework of purpose over passion is not less inspiring than the follow your passion model. It is more honest. It does not promise you a feeling you have to discover. It shows you a path you can build. And a path you can build is infinitely more valuable than a feeling you are waiting to find. Start today by asking not what you are passionate about but what you are willing to get very good at in service of something that genuinely matters. Write that answer down. That is the beginning of purpose, and purpose, built with skill and served with consistency, is what passion actually grows from. Share this video with someone who has been waiting to feel called before they begin, because sometimes the most liberating thing you can tell someone is that they do not have to wait. Subscribe to continue this journey, because the next video is going to touch something that sits at the heart of everything we have been building, the identity crisis of adulthood. Who are you when you strip away the roles, the achievements, and the expectations that have defined you, and what it actually means to build a self that is genuinely yours? See you there.